The Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, anyone who puts to memory the names of Allah can only be guaranteed paradise. But it's not just simple remembrance. It's taking the names of Allah and seeing that He is who He says He is, and then applying it to your heart and showing it through your actions. Join Ustadah Laila Nasheeba as she takes us through the names and attributes of Allah. Okay, Ina alhamdulillah, wassalat, wassalam ala wa rasulallah. I want to welcome everybody here to our Aqidah class for tonight. Okay, I'm looking at the sisters joining in. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Samira and Sister Margaret. Alhamdulillah. This class, out of all the classes that we teach here at Sunnahfollowers, the most important one of all is this one. Because as I'm always emphasizing to everyone listening here, it doesn't matter how many good deeds that you do in this world. If your belief system is not correct, none of your good deeds will be accepted. And that's the difference. I had a sister here send me an email, and I get this type of email ever so often. One of the new shahadas here that's recently joined us, she sent me an email asking the same question that I usually get from a lot of people from Catholic backgrounds, I guess. She gave me the example of a person like Mother Teresa. She said, Sister Laila, Mother Teresa, okay, I know she was not a Muslim, but she did a lot for the homeless. She did a lot for the orphans. She did a lot for the poor and needy. She was a saint. But all that she did, do you mean to say that she won't be in paradise? The answer is yes, that's what I mean. And I didn't make the laws. Allah did. Allah tells us in the Quran, anyone who dies upon a belief system other than Islam, it will never be accepted from him or her. So, and our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, you don't want to be the bankrupt man. The bankrupt man. What's the bankrupt man? This is a man that will stand before Allah with all these deeds and they are not accepted because he did not believe La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So that is very important, guys. Aqidah, your belief system, this is everything. Does everybody understand me? Like we were speaking about yesterday, if you're one of those Muslims who's walking around believing that the Quran is created, instead of believing that the Quran are the words of Allah, that invalidates your belief system. That means no matter how many prayers you make, no matter how much charity you do, no matter how many good deeds you did, like Mother Teresa, you're still going to be in the hellfire because Allah does not accept any way other than Islam. And Islam means what? Total submission to Allah. Does everybody here get it? For the new shahadas here. And also we have to understand too, when it comes to believing in Allah, believing in this religion, our understanding of this religion has to be the same understanding that those companions, those original companions of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had. Do you understand what I'm saying? What do I mean by that? You can't say that you believe in Allah, but you don't believe in his decree. You don't believe that Allah has already willed what's going to happen. You have to believe in Allah's decree the same way those companions believed in it. Any of us whose understanding of this religion contradicts the understanding of those original companions, sorry, you're not a Muslim. Is that clear? Because this is what we've been discussing all week. You have to assure that your belief system is on point. You have to assure that your understanding of this religion is on point with the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You have to assure that your practice or your implementation of this religion is on point with those original companions, not on a madhab, not from some sheikh, not from anyone other than the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and those original companions. Everybody understand that? Is that clear? Even on Zoom, I can't see you guys on Zoom, but can you guys hear me on Zoom?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is what I try to do at least once a month. We're going to take one of the names of Allah and we're going to break down the meaning of that name in plain, simple, grassroots English. That's the easy part. Then we're going to do what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam made the companions do. I'm going to ask you to look around. Look at yourself. Look at your surroundings. Look at your environment. Think about your struggles in life. And I'm going to ask you to tell me, how does Allah show us that he is whatever that name is? That's hard. Knowing that, I'm going to take you to the next step that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam took the companions to. Now that you see how Allah shows us that he is who he says he is, how can you take that knowledge and apply it to yourself in bettering your relationship with Allah? That's harder. And then finally, I'm going to take you through the third step that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam took the companions through. And that is to take what you came up with, how to better yourself and how to implement that in your actions with those whom you come in contact with. That's how you learn the names of Allah. The learning about the names of Allah does not mean that we sit here and break down the meaning and all that. No, you got to break it down and apply it. When the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, anyone who learns and implements the meaning of Allah's names into his or her life, he can only guarantee paradise to. That doesn't mean memorizing the names and their meanings. As the Prophet Muhammad said, knowledge. What is the difference between knowledge and understanding? Knowledge is simply memorization. Understanding is when you take what you memorize and apply it in your heart and act on it. What's the source? What's the source? Sahih Muslim. Y'all understand? So that's what makes my class different than any other person that you see here in America teaching this, or in Europe. I haven't even seen Europeans. I've seen no English speaking people teach this. The only place that teaches how to break these names down like this is Al-Azhar University in Egypt. Okay? They don't teach it that way in Medina. Sorry. Okay? Yes, I'm partial. I'm very partial to Al-Azhar, not Medina. Everybody knows that. I don't deny it. All right, so I want everybody to get ready to participate. For those of you watching me on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitch, and by the way, let me look at your kids here. MashaAllah, I want to welcome the kids here from Twitch. I am very proud of you from setting aside your games for the day. I know this is the weekend. You're setting aside your games to come here to learn Islam in its truthfulness with the understanding of the companions from Laila Nasheeba today. May Allah bless you kids for that. And may Allah bless your parents for raising good kids. Ameen. So let's get started. And by the way, I want to see everybody's participate. So I'm getting ready to log in. I got my other computer here since it's sitting here open. Let me log into the streaming program that I'm on again. Yeah, I'm streaming on this program. Let me log into my streamer so I can see everybody's answers without, missing anyone. Okay. And by the way, inshallah for you sisters, here, the new shahadas, inshallah, Dr. Asim found, inshallah, a sister here who will try to help teach this. Like I said, I wouldn't bring nobody else here to teach those names but another Egyptian like myself. Because like I say, only place I know that teaches it this way is Al-Azhar University. Sorry, not Medina. All right, so let's put the PowerPoint up on the screen. Hold on. And by the way, yes, the brother here is asking. Go ahead, brother. Ask your question. Go ahead. Yes. My class, I have a new class I'll be teaching starting today. It's a Tarbiyah class. A Tarbiyah class is going to be on how to establish brotherhood or sisterhood in Islam. Normally, that class will be on Sundays, but since Dr. Ibrahim Durmali is traveling, I'm going to fill in for his spot tonight. So it's going to be tonight at 9 p.m. Yes, that's going to be my Tarbiyah class. Yes. And yes, you brothers are welcome to participate as long as you remember Laila Nasheeba, don't play. All right. And for you sisters, let me remind you, sisters, what does Allah command the believing woman to do whenever she leaves her home and goes public? Do not make a spectacle of yourself. If you're going to be on this internet teaching Islam, you're going to be at the grocery store shopping for food. You're going to the bank to cash your check. You're going to school. You're going to work. What does Allah tell you sisters to do with your voice? I want somebody to answer. I'm going to drill this into you women. How does Allah command the believing woman to speak publicly? Anyone?
To make your voice strong and intimidating.
Exactly. And quote the verse in give the meaning of the verse of the Quran, since most Muslims have never heard it before. You can get a meaning. Just tell us what it means basically in English. Anyone? Come on, guys. I want y'all to memorize that verse of the Quran. The meaning of it. Come on, somebody give me, what does the law tell women to say? What does he say in that verse? You sisters forgot already? Y'all don't believe. Maybe we're dealing with some sisters here that don't believe in what Allah says. Is that the case? Maybe you sisters don't want to accept what Allah says. Okay, good job here for the sister here on D Live. Exactly, good job. Allah says, "O wives of the Prophet, you are not like other women. So when you speak publicly, do not soften your voice, lest you may stir up." What you got there, sister? She got half the verse. You don't know the evil. Good job. That lurks in the heart of man. That's another interpretation of the meaning. Good job, sister. Exactly. So when you sisters are public, be it at your job, be it at the grocery store, be it speaking on the internet, your voice should be like Laila Nasheeba's. You have to make your voice strong and intimidating. Y'all understand that? The Arabic word, the Fusha word used in that verse means to make it strong and intimidating, because you don't know what evil lurks in the heart of men. So that's why when I sit here on this internet to give dawah, when I go live and stream, you would never see Laila Nasheeba speaking softly. The way I sound, this is how Aisha radiallahu anha spoke. This is how Salama radiallahu anha spoke. This is how all the female companions spoke, because they feared Allah. This is how Kaula radiallahu anha spoke. And Po Atika, may Allah bless her, radiallahu anha. Atika, she did her best to make her voice like this, but she had one of those soft voices. You know, that's why Allah sent that verse down, because, you know, even though Atika tried to make her voice strong, she was a poet, a poetess. Her voice was too soft. So that's why she had to limit her poetry. After Allah sent those verses down, she limited her poetry to just reciting it around the women, you know, and into her home, in her home with her husbands, because she just had one of those soft voices. She had a hard time making it like this. Okay? So that's how you're supposed to speak. And again, Allah makes the rules and he makes the laws for our protection, for our betterment. You guys see me on this internet every day. Every day, Shaitan sends one of his denizens in here to try to jump Crump. Do you guys think that this website, that I would have been able to keep streaming, or do you guys think this website would have been around since 1986 if I were one of those soft-spoken women that y'all hear in these other chat programs? My website would have never survived. A woman has to be rough and tough publicly, not in her home. Now, if I was with my husband and family, it's different. But whenever you take a public stance, a public position, a public entrance, you have to be strong. You have to be intimidating. And you have to be serious. That's why I don't smile in my pictures. Oh no, you don't see Laila smiling in none of her pictures. I look like this. Because that's how Allah commands us to be as Muslim women. You got it, sisters? All right. So let's look at the name of Allah. that we're going to break down today. Okay, let me share my screen. Let's start with the people in Zoom. Hold on. Let me take this down. You guys can look at that. Now, let me go to Zoom. Where you guys at? Oh, here we are. Let me see who all is here. Uh-oh. How you put that down? Okay. Okay, everybody's here. Oh, I'm trying to... How do I make it so I can see who y'all are? Everybody's here? Okay. Oh, we got a lot of sisters in here. Okay, good. I want all this participation. Let me share the PowerPoint with you guys first in Zoom. Okay. Uh-oh. And now let me share the people on that I'm streaming to on YouTube. People on YouTube, give me a second. Oh, okay. They can't see yet. Hold on. Names of Allah, part 2. Okay, inshallah, you guys can see that on YouTube. Can they see, Mina?
It's a little large. Just a second.
Oh, girl. Yeah, I'm trying to get it together, too.
We can see it now.
Let me take this down, too, so I can use the big screen. Okay, I'm taking that down, guys. We're going to use the big screen. I'm going to try to make it larger. Let me switch to this. And you guys got the Zoom room, right? Y'all see it, right?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, good. Okay. Move this over here. Slideshow. All right. Whoa! Wrong name. Hold on. Wrong name. We're down here. Okay, let me move this over too. Okay, there we go. This is going to be our name for today. Sister Precious here. Is anybody, one of my new readers here? I want y'all to read this name in Arabic. In the Arabic, I tried to make the Arabic big enough so you can read it. Read it in the Arabic so you know how to pronounce it correctly. Who's here? Somebody get on that mic. Come on, y'all. Family. Oh, Precious, go ahead.
Okay. Baatin.
Okay, this is a tall. Is tall heavy or light?
Heavy.
So let me hear you read it again.
Bat. It's tall. So tween.
Okay, that's
Baatin.
Baatin. Baatin. Tall. Baatin. 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 Not Baatin. Baatin. 10. You hear I'm doing it? 10. Tall. Put your tongue at the top of that mouth. Tall. 10. Not 10. Read it again.
Baatin.
10. Yeah. Okay, let's go. That was good. There you go. Yeah, so look at this, guys. A lot of people say el Baatin. It's not ah. This is ah. It's not ah. It's not alif ba ta. It's ah. El lamb with sukoon. Ba elongation. So ah, 2 counts. El Baatin. Since we're gonna stop, it's not tinu. It's 10. This tall. 10. Tall. I'm gonna get back to those Quran Tajweed classes with you guys for my beginners if I can find some time. Okay, so this is the word El Baatin. El Baatin. Now, when you look at the English, and this is what I was telling Sister Sahar and Sister Sama, who was here earlier, the English transliteration, if you read it, it'll say the hidden one, the knower of the hidden. This is not really a good definition of this word. Just like for all the names that we've done so far, the definition is deeper than this. The definition goes deeper than that. So let me put the next slide up, and I'm going to give you my version of the definition that goes deeper than that. In fact, let me. Okay, let me do this. Yeah, this is easier when I do it this way. Rather than saying the hidden one, and you notice how they always give two comparisons, like the sister was telling the sisters here in the Zoom room. When English is not like Arabic. Arabic is a language. English is a language. They're not the same. There are some words in Arabic that don't even translate into English. Plus one Arabic word like Baatin. One Arabic word like that can take on many different meanings. English doesn't work that way. We have synonyms, but they don't take on the same meaning. So, rather than saying the one who is hidden, what we would say here is Allah is hidden in his actions. He has some actions that are apparent. That's what I would have used, and that's what Sister Sahar used too. He has actions that are hidden and actions that are apparent. Some things are apparent to us. Some things about him are apparent. But there are other things about him that are not apparent. So I would say, go ahead.
Can I add
Yes,
something?
go ahead. Yes, please. Oh, you're still here. MashaAllah. Go ahead, Sahar.
Yes. I think one of the meanings of the name Al-Baatin of Allah Rabbil Alameen is the one who is greater than than we can realize. He is behind being realized and behind imagination. So nobody can know everything about God. The real he is, and no, and he, because he is much holy, much great than imagination. So he is behind our realize, over our realize. He exists. We believe in him. But I mean, how great he is, how holy he is. This is behind our imagination and our realize. And meantime, nobody can know you, the real, how you are from inside, but Allah. Allah is the one who knows everything about you, how you were before, how you doing now, how would you behave in the future. So so I couldn't find one word that describe that comes as that describes that word. I can't describe it by one word. So so this is how I feel it, how I realize this name.
You guys hear that? That's the difference between the Arabic language and English. This one word, like she said, the description that we have is just, it's basically saying that Allah is so great. Some things about his greatness are apparent. We can see some of his greatness, but there's other greatness about him that we can't even imagine. And it's so hard to put that in English, like she's saying. Y'all understand it? What about Zoom people? Get in on that mic. Y'all understand how she's breaking that down?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay. You people on YouTube, y'all getting it too. This is why I tell you guys, you know, sitting up memorizing how to say these names is not enough. You got to ponder the meaning. And like she said, pondering the meaning. You know, he's so great that he can do things that we can see. He's so great that there's things about him that we would never know and can never see. You know, it's just, he's Baatin. It's Baatin. Oh my gosh, it's Baatin. None of us are like that. There's nothing great about you. There's nothing great about me, you know, that can even compare to him. Okay, you can look at me from my actions, the way I speak, the way I act. You can make assumptions about me from my behavior, from my actions, my voice. We can't even see Allah. Okay, but his greatness, even though we can't see him, we know he's better than all of this. The fact that things happen, and that's what's going to take us to the next part. And this is where it gets hard. The next part right here. How does Allah show us that he is so great that some of his greatness is hidden from us? He's so great that we could never even come close to imagining just how great. Who want to start us off with that? Oops, wait a minute. I'm trying to put the thing here.
Let me give that a shot.
Wait, let me get this first. Hold on, y'all.
Okay.
Look at this. You know, y'all see this Zoom thing here? The Zoom people, they put this thing here that gets in the way of my PowerPoint. Okay, here it is. Okay, so let me type this first, and then you can for you, because I know you're going to come up with some good stuff. So how does Allah show us Okay, go ahead, Anissa.
Okay. The design of his creation, such as the animals, insects, the human beings, we all have separate bodies. And within each body, each is different. And it's designed specifically that only Allah knows how he did it.
Good job. The fact that Allah has created the creation in different shapes, forms, with different actions. Good job. This shows how Baatin he is. Some things are apparent of those creations, and there's other things that are not apparent, that only he knows the function of. Only Allah knows the function of and why he created them. He hid that. Only known by him. To this day, man cannot figure out everything about the human brain. There's parts of the human brain that only Allah knows why it's there. Why did Allah put a appendix in a human body? You know, he kept that knowledge hidden from us. Okay? He kept that knowledge hidden from us. Good job, Anissa. Who has another one? Just give us 3 examples of this. Give me another example.
I'm thinking of an example of a seed. You know, we see one seed, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows how many things are going to be created from that one seed. Of how many apple, like say for an apple seed, you have one apple seed, and he knows how many trees and apples are going to be formed from that one seed.
Good job. But the knowledge of how or even what will come from that seed is hidden from us, or even if that seed will grow. How Allah creates a seed, but knowledge of how or even what will come from that seed is hidden from us. Okay, good job. Let's look on YouTube. Aisha wrote, Allah shows us how he is great. Okay, we already gave that answer. Okay. Okay. Give me another example. Go ahead.
Also, how Allah is great, I would say.
And remember, we're not doing Allahu Akbar.
Yeah.
This is Baatin.
Yeah,
hidden. Don't
hidden
say how
stuff.
he's great. That's a different name.
Okay. How Allah is Baatin, I said is the things that are hidden from us is how Allah talks about the depths of the ocean, and how for us humans, we haven't even discovered half of the ocean. We only know some parts of it.
Okay, that's all the first part. That's all the first answer. The fact that he has created the creation in different shapes, forms, with different functions, only known by him. That goes in that one. Give me one more. How Allah, how he creates a seed, but the knowledge of how or even what will come from that seed is hidden from us, only known by him.
Let's try this one too. Wait a minute, hold on. He knows the beginning and end of all things.
That's
we do not.
The all-knowing.
No,
that's a different name.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
is the hidden things that are hidden. Allah,
Yeah,
some things are apparent, some things are hidden. It's apparent that I'm holding up a seed. If I held a seed in my hand right now, you can see it. But whether or not that seed will grow into a tree or not, or a plant, is only known by him. Okay, if we look at a heart, we look at a human being. Only Allah knows if that human being will live, die, or what will happen to it. What will be my destiny? All of that. So that's an example. And that's what, let me put the screen down so I can talk about this.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to bring
Okay,
up.
this is what Sister Sahar was speaking about when we say that the names of Allah have two meanings. Not two meanings, but they work. There's two words in Arabic that connect together that may not do that. And we don't, English isn't like that. But it's just like this ink pen. I am holding this ink pen up in front of me. You can see it. It's apparent that Laila Nasheeba is holding an ink pen in her hand. But what am I going to do with this ink pen? Allah didn't give you that knowledge. Allah didn't share that. He knows if I'm going to take this pen and stab myself in the eye or not. Only he knows. He knows if I'm going to use it to write with, or if I'm going to use it to clean my teeth with. So that's how omnipotent he is. I don't want y'all to think that he's so, we're not talking about how Allahu Akbar, how Allah is the greatest. No. He is so above all of that, that only he knows what's going to come of that ink pen, what's going to become of that seed, what's going to become of that ocean, what that ocean contains, what that heart holds. Do you guys get it? Okay, so that's what's meant by hidden. It goes hand in hand with apparent, what's clear and what's hidden, what's apparent and what's not apparent. I was going to use the words apparent and not apparent. What's clear, what's not clear. Okay, everybody got it? Sister Fatima on the Zoom room. Let me see what she got to say. Fatima in the Zoom room. What do you? Let me get Fatima in the Zoom room to try. She was talking about how she needs this class so badly. I want to see if she got this. Fatima, in the Zoom room, give me another example as to how Allah is al-Baatin. Fatima in the Zoom room. And y'all tell me what she types. I want to make sure she gets it.
Yeah, she left.
Is Elma in there?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead, Sahar. Wait a minute. For Sahar, don't give them the answer. No. Let them make the answer. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Elfridia on Facebook.
My turn now?
Who is that? Go ahead. Whoever that is, go ahead.
Okay. Is it that when we get sick with the same disease that somebody else has, is hidden with him who's gonna die or not?
That's one of the kids. That's a great example. Sickness is apparent. You know when a person gets sick. And by the way, sickness comes from Allah. Allah tells us everything good and everything evil that befalls us comes from him. So Allah will send sickness upon you. That's apparent. Sickness. A great example. Allah sends sickness. That's apparent. But only he knows. But what's hidden with him is whether or not you will be cured. The cure or even treatment is hidden. And outcome is hidden only with him. Y'all see that? Was that good, Sister Sahar, for the kids? What do you think about the little kid that answered that, Sister Sahar?
Oh, I like her answer, yes.
See how the children get it. Go ahead, Sahar, talk.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
This is amazing. She thinks very well. Okay. And I like your expression, apparent and not apparent. And I have another meaning.
Go ahead.
To describe الظاهر والباطن. الظاهر, we see the universe behind, in front of us, the universe. We see the actions of God, the creatures of God. This is apparent. This is tangible, apparent.
Right.
And meantime, and the al-Batin, Allah himself, he is not apparent. Sorry, he is not apparent physically to us.
Right. Y'all hear that?
Yes.
That's why I say I like that word apparent. I love that word apparent. Okay? Allah created the universe. Okay, the universe is apparent, but he doesn't make himself apparent to us. We can't see him. We can't feel him. We cannot taste him, but we know that he's there. Y'all understand?
Yeah.
Good job, Sahar. That's what
Yes,
I'm saying. This class will be good when they teach this to y'all. Good job.
Yes, and something else, the grace Allah gives to people. Some grace are apparent, like money, like health, like children. Okay, this is apparent grace.
Good job.
Not apparent grace, like health, have a peaceful mind. There are the grace can be apparent and can be not apparent too.
Y'all see that? The blessings of Allah. Some blessings of Allah are apparent to us. But other blessings are not. Okay? Like I told the sister the other day about she can't have children. Can she donate get aid donations or not? No, that's haram. We have to learn to accept the decree of Allah. Because blessings, you not being able to have children, that's a blessing in disguise that you may not even be aware of. Like I told her, remember the story of El Kidder when he slaved the little boy? It appeared he did something wrong, but he didn't. That boy would have grown up to cause harm and embarrassment and shame to its parents. So many of the blessings of Allah are not apparent to us. Do y'all get it now? Do you guys get it now? Do you get it, people in Zoom? Give me another, show me. Somebody give me an answer to show me. How does Allah show us?
Yes.
Now, somebody besides Anissa. Somebody give us an example to show how Allah, a lot of these Baatin, he makes some things apparent and some things not. Blessings, some are apparent, some are not. Sickness, only cure and treatment is known by him. A seed, it's apparent. I'm holding a seed in my hand. But what will come from that is not apparent to us. Okay? Good job. Everybody got it on YouTube?
Can you say, like, I'm just trying to get an idea of what you're saying. So can you imply that as far as in the weather, like sometimes when the weather is how outside and then it'll start raining?
Exactly. That's an example. Allah can make some things apparent and other things hidden. It can start off as a beautiful day. Allah gives us a beautiful day. That's a blessing. A beautiful day. But whether or not that day will stay beautiful, we don't know. It could turn cloudy. It could rain. Good job.
But Sister Laila, I have a question. What about for punishments also?
Okay, don't give me a question. Give me an example. See if it's an example.
Punishment on you, but you don't know the length, the term and length that.
Okay, well, turn it not into a question. Turn it into an answer. Go ahead.
Allah will inflict punishments on us, but we have no knowledge on the length and term of the severity and length of that punishment.
That's Baatin. Exactly. I don't want y'all to second guess. Geechee, you had it. I was waiting on somebody to say that. Exactly. Just like Allah gives some blessings are apparent and others are not. The same with punishments. Good job, Geechee. You know, you can be suffering, but is it apparent that from that suffering good is going to come? There's a blessing in suffering too. What's the blessing in suffering? Forgiveness of our sins. That's not even apparent, but it's there. You bear that punishment. You bear that hardship with patience. Then something good can come from that too. Good job, Geechee. Everybody get it? What about the people on YouTube and Facebook? Elfredia. You got it, Elfredia? Good job, Sahar. Yes, and inshallah, guys, we're going to have this class is going to be on a regular basis. It'll be taught by Sister Sahar and Sister Sama, inshallah. But it'll be in our Zoom room until we get comfortable with it. Okay, because I want you sisters got to break these names down better like this. Okay, so that was good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 examples. So now the second thing that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam would have the companions do, since Allah shows us how he is Baatin by creating things with different shapes, different forms, different functions, some of them known by us, some of them not known. How he can create a seed that is apparent when we look at it, but what will come from that seed is only known by him. How Allah can send a sickness, your reaction to it, whether you're going to be patient. Also, the cure, the treatment, all that And the outcome is known or apparent only to him, not to you, not to me. And as she said right here, which I really love, the blessings, some blessings that Allah sends to us are apparent. But there's many other blessings that he gives us all the time that are not apparent. So how can we take this? This is what the Prophet taught. Take the above answers that we came up with and apply them to our personal growth towards him. So what we're going to do, and this gets the harder part, it gets hard. You're going to take these answers you came up with here. For example, let's start with the first one. The first one. The fact that Allah has created the creation in different shapes, forms, and functions. Many are apparent to us, but many are only known by him. How can you apply that in your personal relationship and your personal growth with Allah?
How Allah created us in different forms and different functions. How we can towards ourselves is we should function our minds and bodies and actions.
No, that's how you messing up. You left out the important thing, which is the name, Baatin. The name is not is not the creator. The name is things only known by him, hidden to you, hidden to me. Allah created the creation, but its functions are hidden to me. Let's say it that way. So make it be about being hidden to you, not about him, it being a creation.
Okay, on the first one, I said we should function our minds and bodies and actions to be aligned with obedience to Allah.
Okay.
And I was going to add to that, by accepting his decree for us, accepting myself as I am, regardless of my deficiencies or my faults.
I like that better, because that's talking about Baatin, the hidden. Nortos is more on creation. Okay, say yours again, Anissa, while I try to put it together in sensible stuff. Say it again.
I appreciate myself by accepting the uniqueness of how I've been created, accepting his decree, accepting my defaults, my flaws, even though I may not like it. Allah gave it to me, so I will accept his decree for me. Something like that.
That's good. Oh God, I got it on my head how I want to say it, but y'all, you know, I'm thinking about how I want my coffee. The fact that Allah knows. Okay. The fact that I know I have defects, that's what I like.
Yes.
The fact that I know that I have defects. And say the rest of what you were saying again.
And I will accept those defects because they did come from Allah. I accept his decree. Okay.
I'm going to keep the decree part out for this part. This is self-growth. The fact that I have defects about myself, I will accept them because they can't. I don't even like that. It makes, let me reword it. Okay, there it is. The fact that I know I have defects given to me by Allah, I will try to better them and correct. I will try to correct them. To be in sync with what is pleasing to Allah. Okay, that's better. Anybody else with that one, or you want to go to the next one? Allah gave you defects, but whether or not you're going to correct them, whether or not you're going to change them, that knowledge is hidden from you and me. It's not apparent to you and me why Allah even gave me this defect. The defects are a test. You know what your defects are. What are you going to do? You know that you got a problem with your tongue. So are you going to change it? Are you going to correct it? You know that you got a problem with your temper. Are you going to work to correct it? Allah gave us those defects for a reason. Okay? A reason only known by Him. So what are you going to do? Okay, good job, Anissa. Let's see. Miss Jackson wrote on YouTube. Okay, for sickness. She said, I can grow closer to Allah by taking the treatments He sends and hope that He sends a cure and have faith that He'll allow the treatment. Good job, Miss Jackson. That's good. Good job. Since Allah sends sickness for reasons. Good job, Miss Jackson. She got that known only by Him. Because a lot of people ask that, why does Allah send cancer? Why does Allah infect a person with disease? Only Allah knows that. It's the reasons why are not apparent. Good job, Miss Jackson. Since Allah sends sickness for reasons known only by Him that are not apparent to me, good job. She's on it. I will do as He says and take the treatments. Revealed by Him in hopes of His cure. Good job. Y'all see how she did that one? Good job. That was the one about sickness. What about how some blessings are apparent, but other blessings are not? Good job.
We missed the seed, Layla.
We can go back to it.
Okay.
I'm trying to make it easy for y'all.
With the blessings, how I'd apply that to myself is we should be apparent in showing our appreciation for the blessings Allah give us, such as wearing our beautiful clothes outside our homes.
This is I. I will make my appreciation of the good things given to me by Allah known by what? Remember, this part is you personally. The next one is we. Yeah. What was the rest she was going to say? I will make my appreciation of the good things given to me
by wearing my beautiful clothes outside our homes, and that's what I said.
I will make my appreciation of the good things given to me by Allah apparent by thanking Him, first of all, by thanking Him for them, and then making use of them. Okay. Anyone else? And don't forget the seed part.
I think I have one for the seed.
Go ahead.
You know how, I don't know how to word this, but you know how you do a kind act to someone simply just for the sake of Allah? You plant a seed inside of them, and that flourish, and they start, they produce fruit from that. Like, I don't know how to, you know what I mean? You know, when you did a kind gesture to someone, and then you planted a seed inside of them, and Allah knows when you have planted that seed inside of that person might come to Islam, to do better, to live a better life. I don't know how to word it.
While
you're good on this, Sister Laila.
Okay, while she said that, somebody else typed this. I will look to see the good in others instead of judging based on their outer actions or appearances. That's great. That's one of the best ones about the seed, because only Allah knows what's going to come of that seed. This is a problem that we suffer with as Muslims today. We're quick to judge people from their outer appearances, you know, or based on our likes and dislikes. We have to look beneath the surface of things and dig deep and see the good in others that Allah sees. Good job, brother. The brother here came up with that. Brother Jabril. Good job, Jabril. Anyone else?
Also with the seed, how Allah creates a seed, but the knowledge is hidden. I can how I would apply that to myself is I can try to seek knowledge from teachers who are apparent in their teaching by Quran and Sunnah, and stay close to them and not be hidden from them.
Good job. That's a good one. I will seek. Now you dealt with the hiddenness to the creation. Good job. I will seek knowledge from teachers who are apparent in their teachings. With the use of Quran and Sunnah instead of those who hide their sources or are less apparent in their means. Good job. Okay. Okay.
And Laila, on the other hand, what I experienced, what I was telling you about in the hospital, that seed was also planted in that woman, and now I'm fearful of what I put in her, because it might not come back to me. You know, it may haunt me. It may hurt me. I went too far with it. You know, so a seed was planted in me too, because I got it.
Okay.
And I'm fearful of it. So I need to, you know, really seek refuge in Allah from that seed that has been put in me, to help me to forget what I went through and never do that again.
Okay, that might be part 3.
Okay.
Okay, because remember, this is the personal. I don't know how to put that in here, but let's look and see what we got so far. Let me put this together first. I gotta put this together. Let me see. Okay, let me read this, what y'all got so far, just to see what it's like here. How does Allah? Allah is Baatin. Baatin. What does that mean? That means he's so great. He's so omnipotent. Some things about himself are apparent. His greatness is so omnipotent. He's so omnipotent that some of his omnipotence is apparent. That it is sometimes apparent, but other times it may be hidden. That's my words. So how would I define this? I wouldn't say he's the most hidden. I would say Allah is Baatin. so omnipotent that it is sometimes apparent, but other times it may be hidden. What y'all think?
I like that one.
That's the better meaning. And that's what I want y'all to do. When you break down the meaning of these words, you put it in your language where you can understand. This is wrong when y'all hear people tell you that because you don't speak Arabic, you can never understand the religion. I don't know where that ignorance comes from, because Allah didn't say that. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent to all mankind and all jinn. He was not just sent to Arabs or Arabic jinn. Okay? So when you come upon the name of Allah, you get the true meaning of it. You get the true meaning of it in your language, but in order to get the true meaning, you do need to have a scholar of the Fusha. Like me, I don't speak Arabic, but I've had scholars of the Fusha. Sheikh Morsi is a scholar of the Fusha. Dr. Asim's a scholar of the Fusha. Sheikh Saud is a scholar of the Fusha. Qaradari was a scholar of the Fusha. Umar al-Ashqar was a scholar of the Fusha. And they also knew English. Know English. And they can take that meaning, just like Sister Sahar did with y'all, and put it in the most simplest form of English for you. So I don't have to know how to speak Arabic. Okay? But I know how to get the meaning of that Arabic word from the people of knowledge. Like the Prophet said, ask the people of knowledge. Alhamdulillah, I had scholars of this ulama. Okay? And plus I do know a little bit of the Fusha too. Okay, I don't speak slang Arabic, but I do, well, a little bit of Khaliji, but I know the Fusha too. But anyway, so you get the meaning of it in your language. And when you understand it, then you can put it in your own language forms. Baatin, Allah, He is so omnipotent that it is sometimes apparent and other times hidden. That it is sometimes apparent and other times hidden. That's the meaning of Baatin in English. And how does Allah show us that He is so omnipotent that it is sometimes apparent and other times hidden? Well, the fact that He has created the creation in different shapes, forms, with different functions, only known by Him. Also, how He can create a seed, but the knowledge of how or even what will come from that seed, the knowledge of what will come from that seed is known only by Him, is hidden only with Him. That's even better. Another example, how He shows us that He is so omnipotent that it is sometimes apparent, other times hidden. Well, sickness, its treatment, its cure, and its outcome is hidden only with Him. Y'all see that? This is how you ponder the meaning of Allah's names. Also, another way He shows that He is omnipotent is how blessings, some blessings are apparent to us, but other blessings are not. This was perfect. Perfect. So how do I take this knowledge and apply it to my, not our, my personal growth? Well, the fact that I know I have defects given to me by Allah, I will try to correct them to be in sync with what is pleasing to him. And since Allah sends sickness for reasons known only by him that are not apparent to me, I will do as he says and take the treatments revealed by him in hopes of his cure. Also, I will I will what?
How I would take the above is we will not make other people defects apparent and make fun of them for it. Instead, we will help them with it.
I will not make others' defects apparent and instead help them to deal with it. Okay, good job. Next one. Since Allah sends sickness for reasons only known by him, and you will take the cure, how can you apply that in your reaction with others, with other people? I will encourage. Okay, I'm looking. Okay, good job, brother. Okay, he said, I will. He said, I'm sorry what's happened to you, sister. Here it is. He said, I will encourage, good job, others to also seek the remedies. Okay, keep it typing. Given to us by Allah. Good job.
And not only that, I will also...
Don't add no more. Just go to the next. I got to get out of here. Go to the next. If somebody give an answer, keep it moving. I will make my appreciation of the good things given to me by Allah apparent by thanking him and making use of others.
I will tell, in regards to that, I will tell people to appreciate the things that they have in life instead of looking at the people above them and what they have.
I will also encourage others to appreciate the good in life.
And to look to the people below them and not above them, as the Prophet said.
To look to those beneath them and not above them. Okay. Okay. And the next one. I will seek knowledge from teachers. That one. Go ahead.
Can I share?
Oh yes. Go ahead, Sister Sahar. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I can apply the name Baatin in interaction with others.
Yes, go ahead.
As this way, I do dua for them. They didn't hear or they didn't know about it. I do dua because I ask God for them. So it's an honest dua. So as I help others with apparent actions.
Yes.
I can do dua for them. And this is not apparent action.
Good job. That's excellent. Making dua. Good job. Good job, Sahar. Miss Jackson. Miss Jackson, you into this. MashaAllah. Miss Jackson said, and also with dua, good job. I will also be more forgiving. Be more forgiving of others. And not hold grudges. Good job, Miss Jackson.
Also, we will conceal the faults or shortcomings of others instead of gossiping about it to others. Also, we will judge each other by what is apparent and not what is hidden.
Good job. And judge by what is apparent. Good job, Norto. And not hidden.
Also, we should keep hidden what is shared with us and not make it apparent to others.
Keep hidden what others share with me and not make it public. Good job. Good job. Good job, Brother Abdullah. Be humble and show humility. I will also be humble and show humility with others. And again, guys, I apologize for this shaitan coming at me and I messed us up. Oh my God. And y'all know, but I thank you all for bearing with me, and I'm going to take care of this because at least I can see it's silence. So my anxiety is calming down. I had to cut the noise off. It's making me calm. I'm breathing in and out. And what I'm going to do, I see it's coming from off of Sunnahfollowers, my that program. And what I'll do is go on there and disconnect. Evidently, I got phones on there. Mina, if you are, didn't I make you an administrator on that Sunnahfollowers page?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to it right now.
Yeah. Go on that page and start to cut off the phone. Don't take the phone off because I gotta have a phone in order to be a legitimate business. But cut it off where they can call me. I don't need no calls from these non-Muslims. You know, I don't need that because I mean I almost had a breakdown just now. Okay. All right, let's see what we got. How to apply the above to our interactions with others. I will not make others' defects apparent and instead help them to deal with them. I will encourage others to also seek the remedies given to us by Allah. I will also encourage them to appreciate the good in life and look to those beneath them and not above them. I will make dua for others as a means of helping them. And I will be more forgiving of others and not hold grudges. I will conceal the faults of others and judge only from what is apparent. And I will also keep hidden what others share with me, and I will be humble and show humility. MashaAllah, this is really good. And what I'm going to do